Hello, my name is Hollis Pritchett. Today I will be speaking about a major city in the United States, Boston, Massachusetts. When you think of American history, there are many images that particularly come to mind. However, Boston was never one that came to my mind until I visited the city. The history of the United States is very fascinating, and there are many things that have made the U.S. what it is today. Boston is one of them. It was founded in 1630 and is one of the oldest cities in the United States of America. Although it has grown to be one of the most economical cities in New England, it still has a lot of historical factors to it, including the architecture and the location. Today I want to share not only the reasons why I adore the city of Boston, but some of the historical factors that will make it worth more than one visit. The physical beauty that is Boston, Massachusetts is evident just upon seeing the location. It is located on the bay and on the Atlantic Ocean. From my very first trip to Boston, it was random at best. We just wanted somewhere that wasn't South Florida to visit. Once you get into the city, seeing the old buildings, the churches, the cobblestones, there's so much to love about the physical beauty of the city. The location is one of the qualities that make it so spectacular. You can walk to one end of the city and see the Massachusetts Bay, and the other end and you'll see the Atlantic Ocean. Throughout Boston, there are many colleges and you'll see many types of architecture. There's post-medieval, Georgian, federal style, Art Deco, modernism, the list goes on and on and on. Boston is full of old buildings and new buildings. There are many colleges located in Boston, from Cambridge to Harvard. Being born and raised in South Florida, the cobblestone streets, high-rise buildings, and old churches were like nothing I had ever seen. My personal favorite aspect of the city, Boston, is that the history is so rich. It's often overlooked and forgotten. I know there are particular images that come to mind when you think of the beginning of the United States. And some of them you don't really think, but they actually occurred in Boston. The Boston Tea Party, the very first college was Harvard, and that is located in Boston. The first battles of the American Revolution, Concord and Lexington, were fought in very close to Boston. There's the Salem witchcraft trials, the Boston Massacre, the Boston Tea Party. There are so many different things you can see. Boston has the Freedom Trail that is just brief over all of the different small things you could see. You can go in depth for tours of most of them. There's so much American history in the city of Boston. The historical events that occurred in Boston go on and on. Things like the Boston Tea Party and the massacre are things that are some of the most, I feel, had some of the most impact on our country. Once you see Boston for the first time like I did, I feel like I have to go back. There's no way I could have found out everything I would want to know about the city in a short weekend trip. There are tours all over. You could see Paul Revere's The Trail, or you could see all the different things. You can see the bay where the Tea Party was. As soon as you reach the city, you'll understand all of the beauty in the architecture and the old types of buildings, all the history. There's so much to see, so much to do. There's the beautiful Boston Commons Park. Even when the weather's not ideal, it's a beautiful town. There's so much to see, so many pubs, so many different things. When you're planning your next vacation, I urge you to choose Boston. It's such a random city, but it's so fascinating. Once you arrive, you'll see. From once you can start seeing the ground on the flight in, it's so different than South Florida. You can find out all kinds of information you never even imagined. And once you start to see that, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Thank you.